So you guys, before we start this week's video, I wanted to tell you guys that I will be at the Pinkstermeeting in Ulft on the 21st of May. Some of you guys asked me about that last year and I am going, so if you want to meet up or something or have a chat, go and hit me up on Instagram at AVP or go to my Facebook page and just send me a message and we'll arrange where we'll meet up. But that's all I got to say. I hope to see you at Pinkstermeeting and enjoy this week's video. Welcome you guys to another video on the channel. Now this week we're gonna be doing another mod. It's been a really long time since we did any type of mod on the channel. We've been going through loads of events and I hope you all enjoyed those videos as well, but it's time to change it up a bit. Now after a lot of comments about my Mazda emblems, my black emblems, if they were plastidip or painted or where did I get them, I wanted to know actually what the difference would be if they were plastidipped, or even how plastidip works, because I have never worked with it before. I know what it is and I know you can peel it off and such, but I never applied it. So today we're gonna be playing with plastidip, but not on Mia. But let me show you what car we will be working on today. Now this is the car we're gonna be working on. This is Rose, and for all of you guys who haven't been following, Rose is my girlfriend's Fiat 500. Now what we're going to be plastidipping today are these mirror covers. Now the full color scheme of this car is this nice bright red with the gray door handles, gray accents in the front, the rear of the car. Like there's a lot of gray and black accents on this red, and that's why this chrome doesn't really fit in with the rest of the car. So that's why we're going to be trying to plastidip these in black today. Now to get started, we're going to be removing these mirror caps from the mirrors themselves. Now I know you can peel plastidip around edges and such and it will break normally, but just for the ease of working, I'm going to be removing them so I do not need to do any masking off and I don't run the risk of getting loads of like little particles of plastidip all over the rest of the car. So to start off, we're going to be removing these mirror caps. Let me show you how. So the first thing we need to do is to tilt the glass all the way downwards. Now this glass is held on with 4 little like hook clips which clip behind some plastic for the adjustment. Now you can take a small screwdriver and unclip the top ones and let the glass fall over. Now you can do this with either flathead, but it's better if you can do it with like a plastic tool so you do not risk damaging the glass itself. Now be really careful, but don't be too careful. The glass will make a popping sound and then you can get to the clips that keep on these covers. So let me first pry this loose. Now when your glass pops loose, you will see there are a few connections on the glass itself. Those are for heating the mirror itself. Now what I would do is leave it like with the bottom clicked in so that the glass can just stay there. If you really want to remove it and not have the risk of the glass dropping, you can do that as well, but it's really easy now to go inside the mirror and unclip the points that keep this cover on. Now as you guys can see, so this is the mirror and this is the part the mirror clips onto with these little tabs. Here we have the wires I just talked about. Then if we look a bit closer, like over here, we have one tab, so it's like a pull tab. You have to push it outwards and push it out and then it moves forwards to unclip this cover. And then we have a few more, so we have one down there. And then normally on the top here we have 1 and 2. So there are 4. So there are 4 of these things in total, and then the cover will come off. So we just need to like carefully pry each of them up so that this can come off. So fast forward to the bit of a shed in my backyard where we're going to be painting these covers. Now the first thing we need to do, of course, is to clean them up a bit, get them back to as much of a shine as we can, just get a clean surface You don't normally need to roughen up the surface. You can do that normally in any paint process. That's can be handy, but because I want maybe the next owner of this car, if we ever come to sell it, to be able to go back to chrome, we're just gonna clean it and put the plastic on it and see how well it will stick. Normally shouldn't be an issue because plastic is already really popular for like badges and such, so I would expect this to really stick to the clean surface. So let's clean this up and then apply some plastic dip. So now after we cleaned up these two, we can start with the plastic dip. Now the trick with plastic dip is to be really patient, not do it in a too cold of an environment. Like this shed is like standing in the sunshine, and it's like always between 15 and 20 degrees in here mostly, so that will do. So just don't do it when it's freezing, the plastic dip will not adhere well. And just do a lot of light coats, and just to make sure that the bond is there so it's easily peelable if you do not like the result. But let's just go and put on the first coat. Let's go. I think that should be enough for a first coat. So between each and every coat there should be around 20 minutes. Just to let it dry a bit, and then put on the next, and put on the next, and put on the next. So guys, so after about 7 to 8 coats of plastic dip over like 3 to 4 hours, this is the results. And the best way to tell you about this finish is it's kind of a wrinkle black finish. It's not like a fully flat black. Now I don't know if that's maybe the way I applied it, maybe the local temperature, or if that's just the way plastic dip works, but the most finishes I've seen with plastic dip are like this, so they're not really like a fully like smooth finish. There's also like some kind of a wrinkle in it, but I gotta say these are gonna look awesome on the Fiat, so let's go and install them again. So as they say, installation is the reverse of removal, so the only thing we need to look out for is that all the pins are back into their specific slots, and then push them on gently and make sure they click into place as they should. So guys, so now that the covers are on, I have to say I'm really quite excited about these. They really look good. It isn't smooth flat black as I maybe wanted, but the wrinkle black effect really works well with the rest of the car, with the rest of the plastics of the mirror and everything. And I have to say this black looks 100 times better than the chrome ever did on this car. So I'm really excited, and I think Aimie will be too, so maybe I'll add her reaction to the end of this video. But this is really amazing, and I hope she likes it. But now, what do I think? What are my thoughts on plastic dip? I have to say it's a really quick and easy way to do a color change on your own car, even for people who aren't professional painters or something. Just take your time, lay thin coats, and just work with it. This has taken me about 4 hours to do, and about 8 coats of plastic dip, and I gotta say I'm really excited about the result. It still needs to cure like for a few more hours, but after like 20-30 minutes you can already work with it. So I think it's a really cool product. I like the way that it is applied. You just have to be patient, and then the result will be okay. But plastic dip did not disappoint. Will I do everything with plastic dip from now on? I do not think so, but it's cool to know how the product works, and it's cool to have that talent in your arsenal. But that's all I got time for this week, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down and let me know how we can improve the content. If you want to see more of Rose the Fiat, let me know in the comment down below. And maybe we'll do more mods to this car. But I'll see you all in the next episode, in the next video. And have a good week, everybody. Bye.
Echt goed.
Ja. Het is perfect.
Zodat ik moest...
Veel beter. Het is een mooie meisje nu.
Mooi meisje.